Highway of the Raj. Highway of the Raj looks at the architectural and historical important buildings of British India and Singapore. I started taking an interest in British architecture and history when I went to work in Nigeria in 1977. By 1980, I went to work in Singapore, and whilst in Singapore, I took every opportunity to photograph historical buildings and obtain data, in the back of my mind that these pictures one day would form the basis of a book. From Singapore, I went on to visit India on many occasions. And over the years, I've managed to compile this photographic data and research the information on these buildings. I was interested in the purpose of these buildings, their function, who built them, why were they built, the architects, when were they built. Highway of the Raj contains chapters on Bombay, Bandra, Pune, Simla, Delhi, New Delhi, Calcutta, Madras and Singapore. In this video, I will be showing a chapter on Madras. Madras. In 1636, Francis Day, a representative of the East India Company, negotiated with a local ruler to acquire land adjacent to the Adyar River, and the building of Fort St. George started in 1640. It was named after the patron saint of England. It was the East India Company that founded the city of Madras. This is Fort St. George, the Secretariat. The Secretariat was built in 1732, but the building was pulled down in 1910, and these pillars were then integrated into an upgraded design of the Fort House. This is Clive's house in Fort St. George. Robert Clive was born on the 29th of September in 1725. Clive's father sent him off to India at the age of 17 years old, where he joined the East India Company as a clerk. It was he who established the supremacy of the East India Company in the region and laid the foundation of the British Raj. I managed to take a walk inside Clive's house in the fort, and it was totally disused. Now this plaque on the wall reads, Clive's house. And the plaque on the outside wall reads, Robert First Lord Clive lived in this building in the year 1753. The Senate House, which is now the University of Madras. The Senate House opened to students in 1879. It is part of the Indo-Saracenic architecture complex at Madras University. The university was established in 1857 in Chipauk. Robert Fellows Chisholm was the architect. Chipauk Palace, the British victory in Carnatic, put Muhammad Ali Walayar of Arcot as the Nawab, and he built a palatial home called Chipauk Palace in the Fort St. George. The palace was completed in 1768 and contains a Durbar Hall. It is believed that this building is the first Indo-Saracenic building in India. Madras Memorial Hall was constructed in 1860. It was started by public subscription as a reminder of the terrible events of the mutiny. Fort Museum. The building which currently houses the museum was constructed in the fort in 1795. It is one of the oldest buildings in the fort. After independence, the building was used as the Fort Museum and opened to the public on the 31st of January 1948. The museum contains relics from St. Mary's Church, army battalions, etc. Various swords and medals can be seen, rifles, guns and military dress are on display. Items from the East India Company are also housed in the museum. There's a plaque just in front of the Fort St George Museum. Government Museum. This building was designed by the architect Henry Irwin. It was designed in Indo-Saracenic architectural style. The museum was opened to the public in 1851. This is the second oldest museum in India, after the museum in Calcutta. The Empress Victoria Memorial Hall, which is the National Art Gallery. It's a technical institute and was designed by the architect Henry Irwin. The foundation stone was laid by the Prince of Wales on the 26th of January 1906. Again, this is an excellent example of Indo-Saracenic style. The building is now used as the National Art Gallery. The Madras Club. This building fascinated me. I always wanted to view this place because I could imagine back in the Victorian times this was a place well populated in the evenings at weekends, dancing, music. To me, it was such a shame to see this building empty and lifeless. It was quoted to be the finest club in all India. It contained the longest bar in India, billiard rooms and a library. The club was founded in February 1832 and it was chaired by Sir Robert Comyn, the Chief Justice. The club honoured the Duke of Edinburgh's visit in 1870 and the visit of the Prince of Wales in 1875 and the Duke of Connaught in 1921. It was once the home of George Mowbray. George Mowbray became a sheriff of Madras. In 1963, the club merged with the Adar Club, which was founded in 1890. The Madras Club is the second oldest surviving club in India after the Bengal Club in Calcutta. St Mary's Church is the oldest building of the Anglican Church in the East. It was started by voluntary subscription. It was opened for service in 1686. It was in this church that Robert Clive married Margaret Maskelyne on the 18th of February 1753. The church is sometimes known as the Westminster Abbey of the Far East. The plaque on the wall of St Mary's Church. The entrance to the cemetery, St Mary's Cemetery. Madras Central Railway Station. This was built in 1873 in Indo-Saracenic style, designed by George Harding, and is the main railway terminus of the city of Madras and the gateway to the south of India. In 1907, the building became the headquarters of the Madras Railway Company. Egmore Railway Station. This station was originally to be named after Clive of India. However, Egmore Station was chosen. The building was completed in 1908. The Cardil Barrett Insurance Building. This building is located on Mount Road. It was built in 1897 in Indo-Saracenic style. Higginbotham's Bookshop. It's India's oldest bookshop. It was started in 1844 by Abel Joshua Higginbotham. Abel landed in Madras after stowing away on board a ship. He started his book-selling career by selling Bibles to soldiers, and he purchased this bookshop at a low price and renamed it Higginbotham's Bookshop. Higginbotham later became the official book supplier to the government. The British Prime Minister Clement Attlee and the last Maharaja of Mysore were customers. In 1888, Higginbotham was given the job as Sheriff of Madras. He died in 1891, and the bookshop passed to his son, C.H. Higginbotham, who moved premises to where it is now on Mount Road. Queen Victoria's statue. This statue of Queen Victoria was unveiled by Robert Burke, the Governor of Madras, on the 20th of June 1887. This was to mark her Golden Jubilee, and it now stands in the grounds of the university. This is a statue of Colonel Henry Conway. He was the General of the Army in 1832. I do not have the name of this building. Bangalore. I never found the time to visit this part of India, but the 2 photographs of Karnataka High Court were supplied by Matthew Sexton. He was the technical director of Doughty Landing Gear in the UK. Matthew, I would say, is one of the gods of landing gear. So this bright red Gothic architecture design, with central Corinthian columns, was originally known as the Old Public Offices. The name was later changed to Atara Kacheri. It was built in 1864, and the public offices to the Secretariat of the Governor of Karnataka were located here from 1868 to 1956. With the Highway of the Raj, other chapters will include Delhi, New Delhi, Calcutta, Madras and Singapore. I'd like to thank my son Jamie for helping construct the book with all his hard work on scanning photographs and coordinating information for me.